We are absolutely winning right now. Absolutely. We have done more than change the conversation. We changed the balance of power in the federal government.
We need our weed. I don't wear it, but we need it.
I want what you white hoes get, and I want it today, ASAP, not tomorrow.
Because there are a lot of people in this country who do not like Black women, but Black women are the base of the Democratic Party.
But does anyone see that? No. Does anyone care about that? No. All they see is an aggressive Black girl talking.
would stop, please. Like,
Welcome to the show. Welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in one more time. Please hit that like button for me. Like, share, subscribe, all the things. Make sure you do all the things, and we're going to get this thing started. So today's show really is because, don't we all love women? Isn't that like a general thing? Don't we all love women? We love women. We believe women, all that stuff, right? And so I figured today, since I ain't doing much, since I ain't really got shit else to do, I might as well listen to women a little bit. I think that's a good way to kill some time. I want to listen to women talk for a little while and see if women say like interesting things. I'm pretty sure women are going to say all kinds of interesting things that we can talk about and discuss, and we're going to laugh and laugh. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I promise. No matter what you think, listening to women talk is actually going to be fun today. Let's start out with women in leadership. We have women in government. Did you know women are in government? Some of you guys didn't even know that. We have women like basically running shit right now. Yeah, I know, right? Girl power is crazy. We have women in government, y'all.
Let me just say, I have a Black doctor and I sought my Black doctor out. In fact, Black doctors are in high demand because Black patients know that culturally competent care can be the difference between care and cure or life and death. That's just what it is.
I don't think a lot of people understand numbers like intuitively. There aren't enough Black people for Black doctors to truly be in high demand. If you just think about, even in the one part of the country where Black people are like the most densely concentrated, which is like the southeast, really, like that whole region of the country between like Texas and let's say Virginia. That whole like chunk of the country, that's pretty much where Black folk, like we kind of are in, the biggest numbers in that region, right? And even there, we're not totally the majority there. That's just where most of us are. And even if a couple of them niggas become doctors, it doesn't mean that all the other Black people in that region now desperately need this one Black Dr. Jenkins. Like, that's not really how medicine works. But anyway, I think too hard. My bad.
Just really quickly, I don't know if some of my colleagues know some of the history of Black care and mistreatment in the medical field. But for instance, gynecology procedures were developed from unanesthetized, non-consensual experiments performed on enslaved Black women. Life-saving vaccines were developed using stolen cells from Henrietta Lacks, a non-consenting Black woman. Modern healthcare was built using Black bodies without our consent. And when there is even the mere suggestion that we should invest in cures for diseases disproportionately affecting Black people, or that there aren't enough Black doctors, Republicans cry DEI and say it's unfair. They say we should only rely on so-called objective standards for medical competence. But objective according to who?
Objective according to numbers. Like, let's just leave it at that. Once you get beyond raw numbers and data, it becomes less objective. Let's start with numbers. Like, who has the highest number on the SAT, right? Like, that's who goes to medical school, right? And then who has the highest number on all the medical tests or whatever that they have to do, right? And then that's who graduates, right? Let's just go with numbers. That's what objective basically boils down to on a practical level.
Cannot standardize test your way into empathy or taking people's pain seriously or cultural competency.
You see, empathy. Because everybody knows niggas are nothing if not empathetic, right? That's the one thing you can get from Black folk is some damn empathy, right?
MCAT scores don't translate to better care for Black people automatically.
You hear that? The MCAT is the test for doctors, and she's low-key admitting that Black doctors don't really do that great on the MCAT. Like, run that back and tell me that's not what she really just admitted to. Like, she said it without saying it. You know what I mean? She put the letters up on the wall, but she didn't actually read the words out loud.
You cannot standardize test your way into empathy or taking people's pain seriously or cultural competency. MCAT scores don't translate to better care for Black people automatically. Having all white male doctors is just as bad for the medical profession as having all white male congressmen is to our government.
See, all the white doctors pass the doctor test. That's basically what she really boiling that down to, right? All the white doctors are passing all the doctor tests. They don't even have to study that hard. These niggas just know medicine. They just automatically know how to heal niggas and shit. I don't know how they did it. They just did it. But the Black doctors, they're not passing the doctor test as much. All right, that's rough, but you know, that's what I infer from all the shit she just said right there. It's crazy work.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
When it comes to vaccines, vaccine hesitancy, videos that cause a public health risk, where do you want to see YouTube do better?
Well, first of all, we've taken responsibility very seriously. It's been one of my top priorities. And with regard to COVID and with regard to vaccines, that has been a top priority for us. And we have a number of different ways that we address that. So first of all, we want to make sure that if there's information that violates our policies, we came up with 10 different policies around COVID. Then if that's a violation of policies, then that's something that we'll remove. We removed over 1 million videos associated with COVID.
Have you talked to the
1 million videos. This one woman, if you think about it, we're going to just extrapolate and be a little colorful for a moment. But this one woman put in the right position, shut up 1 million niggas. Think about that for a minute, right? Theoretically, I know they can't all be male, but I know that crowd leans heavily male. I just know, I feel it in my bones too, that most of those videos that got deleted were men talking about right-wing things and or, you know, the vid. They were talking about the vid. But either way, just imagine the damage one well-placed woman can really do. That's a lot of power. That's way too much power for one woman to have. I remember those days. Everybody on YouTube was terrified.
And I just want to make one other point. Immigrants are less likely to murder people than other American citizens. If you're worried about being...
I don't know how true that is, but the fact that you automatically want us to believe that is terrible.
And I just want to make one other point.
And you old too. This is why people be talking about the boomers and shit. Like, you're just trying to leave behind wreckage. Like, you got your Cadillac, you're going to drive off to the pearly gates of heaven and leave us behind here with nothing. And immigrants, nothing and immigrants. Crazy combination.
Immigrants are less likely to murder people than other American citizens. If you're worried about being murdered, and I don't want to be murdered, but you're much more likely to be murdered by, you know, an ex-spouse that's mad at you, you know, somebody who you fired from a job. You're much more likely to be killed by another American than you are an immigrant. Just saying. And I just...
Yeah, but you know, all that being true, I don't want to add to the list of things that might get me, right? I already got to deal with the people I know. You know what I mean? Like, I already got to hear, like, I know these people, you know what I mean? I go to work with these people. What you said, your ex-lover or your coworker or something like that. Like, these are people you kind of know a little bit, right? So you remember when Rumsfeld, right? When Rumsfeld was talking to the army guys and he was telling them about, like, no, I forget what quote it was, but he was saying something about you got your knowns and you got your unknown knowns, and you got your known unknowns and shit like that. It's like, yeah, why are you giving me more unknown unknowns? Like I got enough problems that I know about. And now you want to dump in here all these problems that I don't know about. I have no clue what's going on with these people, where they come from, what they relate to on a spiritual level. I don't know what these foreigners are like really until I run into them. Why would you put me in this situation? I got enough going on. My coworker just got fired. He might come to the job tomorrow with a pistol or something. Like, come on, it's already hard enough in America. Speaking of having a hard time in America, this clip went around the other day. We got to talk about this for a minute. See, shit like this is really why guys like me just think we should repeal the 19th. We can't do nothing until we do that. And we haven't done nothing until we've done that.
So I thought I would just share a little bit about how the threats have affected me and my family personally. They have required me to, or my children, to think about and see things that children should not have to see or think about. One example is when threats to my life were particularly intense a few years ago, around the time of the Dobbs leak. My security detail sent me home with a bulletproof vest, and I carried it into my house, put it into my bedroom, dropped it down on a table, turned around, and my 12-year-old son was standing in the doorway of my bedroom, and he wanted to know what it was and why I had it. And
he's a 12-year-old boy. He probably thought it was cool. He was like, oh, snap, what's that? You have no idea what that little boy was thinking. Oh, my God. My mom never brought home a bulletproof vest one day from her job.
didn't know how to respond because maybe I lack imagination, but I didn't expect that performing this service was going to put me in the position of explaining to my children what a bulletproof vest was and why I had to wear one. It's also been
Did you ever actually put it on though? Or did they just give it to you and you were like, oh my God, I can't believe it?
reported in the news that roughly 6 weeks ago, I was the victim of a swatting incident. At that point, my teenage son, one of my teenage sons, opened the door to go out with friends and saw in our street, it was full of police cars, who had responded to a false report of gunshots and raised voices in my home. I was very, very grateful that I had Supreme Court police outside my home because they were able to stop and meet with and explain to the county police that it had been a false alarm. And so the police did not actually attempt to enter our home. Many of us, me included, have.
She got swatted. You know how many people, especially like high profile internet figures, a lot of them on the right-leaning people, a lot of people have been swatted. Tim Pool got swatted a couple of times. I think it happened to him on air a couple of times too. It's a brave new world we live in. Gonna have to put your big boy pants on, lady.
Received threatening anonymous deliveries designed to intimidate and harass us. They are often sent in the name of Judge Salas's son, who I think, as you mentioned in the beginning, Mr. Chairman, is deceased because he was killed by a disgruntled lawyer who showed up at Judge Salas's home intending to kill her, but her son, 20 years old at the time, opened the door and took the bullet instead. Her husband.
I'm almost positive she's talking about the judge that was on one of the Epstein cases. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do remember there was a judge working on an Epstein case. Maybe it was that actual Epstein trial right before he passed. But her son, yeah, he answered the door one day and he got sprayed down.
Been standing behind was seriously injured. So I think the message on these deliveries being sent in his name is clear. As Justice Kagan said, federal judges across the country, throughout the judiciary, including the Supreme Court, continue to do their jobs without fear or favor, but the threat level is really high.
Yeah, she's afraid. She's afraid. She probably can't do her job right. She's so afraid. I wish there was a thing we could do about her.
Make it stop. Make the hurt stop, please. Like.
And you know what's so funny? This is probably gonna be one of the few times during this stream we're gonna, listen to a dude talk, but I just gotta play the OG, the GOAT, the great one, young Clarence Thomas, before he even got the job. This is how real he is about this shit.
I'd rather die than withdraw. If they're gonna kill me, they're gonna kill me.
Look at this nigga.
So you'd still like to serve on the Supreme Court?
I'd rather die than withdraw from the process.
You ain't hear me the first time? You ain't hear what I said to you? I told him. I would rather die. All right, you gonna have to shoot me. Matter of fact, let me put the robe on just in case they shoot me. They're gonna have to shoot through this black robe.
Not for the purpose of serving on the Supreme Court, but for the purpose of not being driven out of this process. I would not be scared. I don't like bullies. I've never run from bullies.
You hear that? They like playing the Braveheart music behind him. You know, and I keep hearing this little running joke. You know, I keep an ear to the ground and like the right wing internet a little bit. And Clarence Thomas is like an honorary, what do you call it? What's the word for that shit? Not quite a Caucasian. He's an honorary Anglo-Saxon. That's the word. They done made this nigga an honorary Anglo-Saxon, y'all. Thomas Sowell, he not only got a white card, he's made it into an exclusive white ethnicity. He's an Anglo-Saxon now. He's like one of them now. He's really a sellout now. Niggas really gonna hate him now. They done made this nigga like the Black Braveheart.
I would not be scared. I don't like bullies. I've never run from bullies. I never cry uncle, and I'm not going to cry uncle today, whether I want to be on the Supreme Court or not. I'd rather die than withdraw.
But yeah, that was just a brief tour through female leadership. You know, like I told you, the women are in government. Women are everywhere. Women are all over the place, y'all. Women are doing all kind of amazing things. It is 2026, and you have no idea what women are up to. Especially these women.
How old are you? 28. And you've over 1,000 guys. I can't believe it. I cannot believe you've over 1,000 in a year. What the fuck?
You're not a garage. I don't want to be disrespectful to you as a woman, but if that's what you're doing, you do have mental health problems. That's your opinion.
Australia is like a whole other place, man. I don't know much about Australian white people. That is one group of white people I just haven't really delved into, like just history and culture and customs. You know, the other than like Crocodile Dundee and Mad Max, I don't know what the hell goes on in Australia, but them bitches some hoes. Anyway, we are just taking a dive. We're taking a long stroll through the world of women right now. Hit the like button for me, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. We're just taking random flashes through women and, you know, all the thoughts that they share with the internet, all the words they care to give us. So we're just going to take a quick look at it. It's going to be a very schizophrenic, female brain-oriented type of show. Girls will probably understand.
48 days before I report to federal prison. A lot of you want to hear more of my story, so if you aren't already caught up, I am going to prison for aiding, abetting, and filing of false returns. If you don't know what that is, that's me being a tax preparer. And
where my scamming ass bitches at?
48 days before I report to federal prison. A lot of you want to hear.
That's like a month and what? A week? You got a month and like almost 2 weeks, really.
Hear more of my story. So if you aren't already caught up, I am going to prison for aiding, abetting, and filing of false returns. If you don't know what that is, that's me being a tax preparer and helping others file returns that are false. So what I was doing, I was putting credits onto people's returns that didn't qualify for them, or if they qualified for them, I was maxing them out to getting them the max amount of return that they can get. I got sentenced to a year and a day in federal prison, and I'll be going to SFF Hazleton in West Virginia. So I started filing tax returns back in 2021 as a actual tax preparer. The first year I did so good. I commissioned over $300,000 in my first year. Over 400 clients. My second year, I got offered to be a franchisee. Me and my best friend, we both franchised together in the state of Wisconsin. We was the first and only store in Wisconsin. That second year is when the investigation started, little to us knowing. It started from that first year. And by 2023, we both had got rated at the same time. It's going to be a story time, particularly on that. If you've been watching my lives, you heard this story time already. But some of you haven't, and I want
You better hurry up and tell us this whole story. I don't think you're gonna get no phones in jail. You know what I noticed? Most of the jail phone stuff that I've been witnessing is mostly dudes. How come the women ain't really getting phones in jail like that? You know, chicks can, they got a lot of hiding spots. Like women have natural hiding places or whatever. And I'm surprised that most of the jail phone videos that I've seen, all of the jail phone videos I've seen are all dudes. Where are all the women in jail with cell phones? Because I'm thinking about that now, because I know you're gonna need to tell this story if you don't hurry the fuck up.
you guys to experience it too. All right, so boom, both of us is getting raided at the same time. It's IRS investigators at my house. It's IRS investigators at her house. It's 5:30 in the morning, and I'm getting repeated knocks at my door saying that it's police. I open the door. It's a big sign on his bulletproof vest that says IRS. This is some shit that came out of a movie, I'm telling you. So after the raid, we both get debriefs with the IRS investigators. We don't formally get charged until January of 2026. She gets sentenced in May of 26. I got sentenced of June of 26. So now, fast forward time, this is me getting ready to go into prison and getting my life centered around that. It's so much more that I can tell. I could tell y'all how we literally had a ball with that money. I could tell y'all how we blew it. It's so many different story times that I could tell y'all. Y'all just got.
Yeah, niggas in jail always have a lot of stories though. You gonna be you gonna fit right in. You gonna fit right in. One thing niggas in jail got is a lot of story time. I'm telling you, you're gonna be telling that story for a couple of years, y'all. It's crazy work. These hoes out here preparing to go to jail. You supposed to be out here trying to find a man. You out here trying. This is the prime of your trying to find a man years, and you out here about to go to jail. This shit is terrible. This shit is terrible. What is going on with the women, y'all? Are women okay? Are y'all all right? Girls, y'all need to talk. Shout out to Brittany Renner. Brittany has officially ran into the wall. Like hit it, just smacked it.
A lot of the resources that I have, they're men. And most of the guys that I know, there are stipulations to their money. Even if they're like, oh, I want to make money. I just want to help you. I want to see you win. I believe in you. Yeah, and you also want access to my vagina.
Wow. You know, it's funny how you hit the wall and now you realize nothing is free, right? Before you hit the wall, it was like, all these guys, they just love me. Everybody just likes me. I don't even know why, but they just like me. Now after you hit the wall, it's like, oh yeah, you gonna give me some dick with that money, don't you?
To their money, even if they're like, oh, I want to make money. I just want to help you. I want to see you win. I believe in you. Yeah, and you also want access to my vagina. And I'm just trying to make money, babe. A lot of the resources that I have.
Damn, she said, I'm just trying to make money, babe. You know what? She didn't even say make money like she got a business running. Like she got an actual real physical product to sell. Like you want to provide a service, don't you? You're not selling a product. You're not out here flipping houses and selling used Hondas and shit. Somehow I just want to make money. But that's what the niggas is giving you money for. That's exactly what niggas is giving you money for. You know what? I wonder if is this why Black women don't rise up to like the madam level of the game, because you gotta like have certain skills to get off the street. You can't just like hate all of your customers. You know what I mean? You got to treat them with some type of love or whatever. You got to fake it till you make it. God damn it, niggas is giving you money, and you like, I need money, looking at them like they did something wrong. Anyway, don't we love women, y'all? Hit the like button, y'all. Don't we love women? Today we have to listen to women, y'all. We have to try to understand what's going on in the mind of women, because we love women and we want to know.
Niggas get mad when they hear that bitches like hood niggas, right? Want to talk about some, oh, what about the good guys? But y'all never ask why. Why? Why do we like the hood niggas? We like the hood niggas, right? Because they're fucking fun. Like, short.
Girls just want to have fun. And you know what? To be fair, women have been trying to explain that to men. And you know, there's been a lot of other messaging to drown it out too. But, you know, women have been trying to explain that, you know, girls just want to have fun. And once you understand that, you really can't hate that about them. You just have to look at them differently.
Simple and sweet. Ain't no other way to put it. They're fucking fun. They're fun as fuck. The best experience of your life will come from a hood nigga. Well, one with money. All right, not the broke ones. So I could get on this app, right? And I could be like, yo, hood niggas is the best niggas. That's all I want. Da, da, da. And y'all gonna go off. Y'all gonna go.
Now, to be fair, when you listen to her talk and you look at her like in the face and you examine the bonnet and the casual ease at which she rocks the bonnet and all these different styles and all these different angles and shit. And that is like a septum, or she got something under her nose or in her nose. Any piercing in that area is always a red flag. She is a hood bitch. And you shouldn't be shocked when hood bitches like hood niggas. I don't think you are like really breaking the mold in terms of what that conversation is really about, right? You're not really what people are talking about when they say women like hood niggas. Like you like hood niggas because that's who you grew up with. You from the projects or the ghetto or whatever. You a hood bitch. So that's not really the thing. It's when like the college educated, the corporate type, the university graduates and whatnot, when the women who pretend to be better than they are, that's where it gets to be like a lesson to learn.
Right? I thought it's because y'all was mad because y'all wasn't what I wanted. That's not what it is. Y'all scared of them niggas. Y'all scared of them niggas. So you hate when anybody give them a little spotlight. Y'all be scared. Y'all be walking on the block clutching y'all pearls, don't you?
You know what? I wonder if there's a little bit of truth in that. Like when it comes to like women dating, and especially black women, these little goofy project chicks, they do like the idea of male violence as a weapon that they can either wield or somehow hide behind and be a witness to, you know, and therefore they can almost like live vicariously through their thug, violent boyfriend. You know, she feels powerful watching him be violent. I'm telling you, the female mind it's you know, it gets dark in there. You have no idea. It gets really dark in there. You know what? Speaking of dark in there, that's a great segue to jump into this clip. I've been wanting to review this clip for a minute.
This perception of aggression rooted in subconscious bias is not limited to just darker skinned women. Instead, it is broadly imposed on anyone who is seen to fit under the label Black. Its origins lie in decades of media portrayal and deliberate propaganda designed to create uncertainty.
Is the angry Black woman just a media trope? Is it something that the media created and then sort of like, you know, reflected back onto the public, and then Black folks started mimicking that? Is the angry Black woman even real?
Fear and doubt. Angry Black woman, her gestures sharp, fingers pointing, hands waving, voice raised.
Me and you is gonna have happiness around here if it's the last thing I ever do in my life.
Look how long they've been angry though. Like how old? This is probably like footage from a 1950s movie or whatever. This is like early 60s, late 50s. They've been angry for a long time.
This portrayal helps cement a lasting perception of Black women as hostile and combative.
That's it. I didn't come all the way here from Philly to hear
it's gonna have to be it. Don't be all up in my grill.
The angry Black.
And you know what? Not only that, and a lot of times in the media stereotype, like look at what's happening with Will Smith. And that was Tyra Banks back when she was skinny and her titties were bigger than her head, and that's what made it. It was like pretty back then. I don't know what it's like now, but back then, you know, she was all right. Especially when she got her bangs covering her forehead, she was perfect. But they create this dynamic where, like, as the Black man, you have to battle through her like tough Black girl, hardened ghetto exterior, right? They make it like you have to battle through this thing like trials of a warrior. You got to prove your manhood for her to want to like even considering loving and respecting you, right? And then here's the thing. This is what's fucked up about it, and this is what ultimately pushes a lot of the men away, is like you push through all the hard defenses and the tough exterior and the bulldogs and the lizards and the snakes and all that shit. You fight through hell. You go on a freaking Lord of the Rings journey trying to get through this bitch's personality just to find out that underneath all of her tough exterior is an ugly ain't shit bitch. And that is a heartbreak. That is fucking heartbreaking. When you go through all of the effort to get through her tough exterior and her horrible person, her rough edges, as they like to call it, and you find out underneath it all, she's just an ugly, bitter bitch. Like, damn, I thought there was something going on here I could work with. I thought there was a prize. I thought there was a bad bitch at the end of the rainbow. It's just an ugly bitch underneath an angry bitch.
Black woman in the sapphire stereotype have been deeply embedded into Western global media and film.
If she looks at me one more time cross-eyed, I'm gonna gut her like a...
They've been coded into how Black women are portrayed through speech patterns, body language, posture, and tone of voice, shaping public perception.
No, I don't really believe the direction that this video is going in, where they're attempting to tell us that it's the media copying. I mean, it's the media making Black women look bad. I think that writers have just, you know, they've been out in the world, they've observed bad behavior, and they've noticed that, you know, a lot of these women are Black, and a lot of these Black women, they have like, you know, an archetype to their behavior. And from that, they create like the Black female characters that they put on TV, you know, the Tashas and whatnot.
Through constant repetition.
Just what do you think you're doing? Well, don't you talk back to me.
These images begin.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. That is facts. Jesse Lee says, AI got him down to a T. That is big facts, y'all. Big facts. The AI. I remember when AI first started making Black girl videos, I was like, damn, you see, you have no idea the racism about to be unleashed on Black women. And then I think they probably nerfed it a little bit, or maybe it just went out of style for a little while. Because, you know, white people got bored with making AI Keisha memes. They'll come back around every once in a blue, but like the AI Keisha, like it was spot on, but an extreme caricature at the same time. If you can understand what I mean. Like they will show you like an overweight, fat Black woman riding around Walmart on one of them little free mobility scooter things. And then she'll just, you know, start talking the most ridiculous shit. And so it goes to the extreme to be comedic, but it's really, really on the nose though at the same time. Like, how does AI have it down packed so well if it's just a trope? If it's just the media making you look bad?
And in childhood.
Do I look like I'm all right? Do you not see a chicken glued to my butt?
And then not only that, like Black women are playing these roles too. Like, don't complain about the portrayal that you are portraying. I think that's a bit unfair. If you're gonna portray this image, this person, you know, you want to be the the sassy black woman or whatever, then you can't be upset when they hold a mirror up, or even worse, they, you know, reflect the mirror so the rest of the world can look at you.
Through cartoons and animated films and evolve over time.
Excuse me? Having been officially challenged by her natural enemy, the black female prepares for combat by taking off her many rings.
Tracing back to early portrayals where the foundation of these stereotypes was laid. For many people who've had little or no real-life interaction with black women, media became their primary reference point.
Allegedly, a casting director asked you to talk more black.
Do they say sassy, more street, more urban? They'll go, can you wiggle your neck a little bit?
Now, here's the double-edged sword of attempting to appeal to the black demographic, right? It really is a double-edged sword if you think about it. On the one hand, you have the idea that, you know, this particular thing, this product, this whatever it is, it will really, really play well with the black audience. Now we got to find a way to, like, you know, pitch it to the black audience. And one of the broader, more recognizable, more marketable images of black people, you know, like it or not, is something a little bit more urban. Now, how urban and how particular you want to get is a matter of taste and you know, moment or whatever. It depends on the moment. But ultimately, that's what you have to do. If you really want to appeal to black people, I mean, what are you going to put a bunch of people in Dockers and little tiny shorts like white folk wear? The little, you know, the little boat shorts that white guys wear that are way too short. And then they wear the little shoes with no socks in it. Like, that type of image doesn't appeal to black people as much, right? So you have to speak the language of the audience you're talking to, you know? Again, double-edged sword.
She was like, can you be blacker? And I was like, I was just playing a fairy.
As a result, they subconsciously learn to expect the sapphire stereotype as the default, anticipating aggression, dominance, or hostility in everyday encounters, whether at work, on public transport, or in daily life. In this way, media didn't just reflect perception that manufactured it, a stereotype that mirrors the same fear-based narratives attached to criminality.
Damn, I was muted up. But anyway, forget it. I'm just gonna move on. I was all muted up. I was on a roll. But anyway, we're just gonna wrap that one up. But you know, that was black women worrying about colorism, and not colorism per se, but you know, the angry black woman stereotype. But again, black women don't really, you can't blame the mainstream media for the images that you put out into the world. And especially, you know, the thing that really kills the mainstream media representation, because the mainstream media really has tried to curate the image of black people in general to give us some type of gravitas or whatever. You know, what was that one black actor's name? I forget his name, but he got to be the president in a couple of movies, like in Olympus Has Fallen. He got to play God in like the Bruce Almighty thing. What was his name? As soon as you said, I'll be mad. I can't remember his name. But you know who I'm talking about. Cool old black guy, right? The mainstream media has tried to help the black image, but it's the internet image of black people that's really doing the most damage. Morgan Freeman, thank you. You see, why don't I know that name when I need to know it? He was God and the president. Like, they made a nigga the president God. He was the presidential God. That's what the mainstream media does to the black image. And then here go you niggas.
You have all these stupid baby showers, all these stupid gender reveals. Nobody's getting married. Nobody's married. You want to invite me to 15 baby showers. When are you going to get married? You didn't have 5 kids by 5 different baby daddies. Don't invite me to no more baby showers until you get married, honey. I'm not interested. How many baby showers we going to go to? You're having babies out of wedlock. They're called bastard kids. They're called illegitimate kids in the Bible.
See, this is what niggas be putting out on the internet. You know, the images can be conflicting. It's hard to know what's the real image, but you got to choose on your own. And shout out to my man Brady Beamer with the $10 donation over on buymeacoffee.com. If you want to support the show, click the link pinned to the chat over on buymeacoffee.com. You can buy me a coffee of any size, whatever donation you like. Brady says, give this man the money.
Give me the money. Give me the money. But, oh, well, I was cute. Give me the money.
Hulk! Smash! Smash you! You make Hulk angry. You not like Hulk angry. Hulk no like fighting girls.
This is him walking off, choosing them over us because he don't want to live in a hotel. Sell out. While my daughter is here sticking by my side with all my stuff out here, and we have an Uber coming to take us to a hotel. He chose them. I understand he doesn't want to go through the struggle, but for him to not come out here and check on his mother and his sister.
Wait a minute. He was just walking away. I think he checked on y'all. Let me run that back. He just walked away. Like he came, he was outside with y'all. Y'all good. Y'all ain't die. This is a nice neighborhood. It ain't raining or nothing. Y'all be all right.
This is him walking off, choosing them over us because he don't want to live in a hotel. Sell out.
Probably couldn't wait to get away from your bum ass. That's what he just know. He know you the problem, and if he can get away from you now, he can get away from the problem. And you and your problem can go to the whole. You can get in that Uber and go to the hotel with your problems.
While my daughter is here sticking by my side with all my stuff out here, and we have an Uber coming to take us to a hotel. He chose them. I understand he doesn't want to go through the struggle, but for him to not come out here and check on his mother and his sister, whatever. Keep that same energy. Look at them. They don't care about us. Transmission went out on this car. I have an 8-year-old type 1 diabetic.
How you 8 with diabetes? Oh my God. What the hell be going on? What the hell be, how you 8 years? That's not enough years to catch the diabetes, y'all. That is nowhere near enough time to catch the diabetes. How you 8 with diabetes? Damn, man.
It's okay. Our Uber is on the way. You see how they don't care? Because she tells him what to do. She tells Steve what to do. He can't even care about me or his granddaughter. He ain't our real dad anyway.
Oh, so that must be your parents' house or whatever. Your dad's house and whatever. Your family dynamic look crazy. Your family dynamic look jacked up. Just the way you talking about it, it's all disjointed and you got the wrong people in the places they shouldn't be. It's all weird. It's all weird, but the little boy know he don't need to be with you. All right, that's all we can take from this video. He know he don't need to be around you and your bullshit. Whatever's going on in that house, it's probably better off than being with you.
It's okay. Our Uber is on the way. You see how they don't care? Because she tells him what to do. She tells Steve what to do. He can't even care about me or his granddaughter. He ain't our real dad anyway. So I don't care.
All right, if I had to guess, let me try to extrapolate some likely scenario out of this shit. Your mom married a guy. He probably the one that had the money or whatever. That was his house for real. But you grew up there or whatever. And then your mom died, but he was still like low-key your dad because he kind of halfway raised you. And then you grew up to be this Keisha with kids. But he loves his grandkids, even though they're not his kids by blood, but he still love them, but he don't like you like that. So the little boy is welcome, but your big ass can leave anytime you're ready. That sounds about the situation.
So keep leaning away from
Oh, and yeah, and your mom might probably be dead or whatever. He got a new girlfriend now too.
the pole, looking at that top wrist, and you. So keep leaning away from the pole, looking at that top wrist, and you can readjust the hand.
Whoa, we have a stripping accident in aisle 1. I repeat, we have a stripping accident in aisle 1.
So keep leaning away from the pole, looking at that top wrist, and you can readjust the hand.
Now, I'm wondering, as a young woman living alone, in this moment of like immediate panic and urgency, I wonder what her first thoughts are. Because I already know, I'm just looking at the problem right away. My first thoughts in my mind, is there a way I can reach all the way up to that fire hose? Because she knocked her stripper pole off the base or whatever, and it fell into the sprinkler. She's in like a condo or something. They have a sprinkler system, and it like knocked the sprinkler thing off, and so now it's just shooting water out. In my mind, my first thought is there a way I can reach up there and maybe like find a nozzle, some type of emergency little nozzle on there that I can turn to try to stop the water from running, because it's going to soak up your floor. It's going to start to leak through to the floor, to the floor below you. This is a whole problem you got now. You're probably going to get kicked out after this shit. I wonder what she's thinking.
Come on, sis!
She just runs out of the apartment, doesn't try to fix it, doesn't try to do, she ain't even get a bucket or nothing. She ain't get a bucket or nothing. You ain't trying to go get let me go get a blanket so I can at least try to catch the water and soak it up and try to stop it from like flooding the place. Like you ain't trying nothing. You ain't trying nothing. You just said, you know what? I don't even need this apartment no more. You just said, I don't even need to leave. I don't even need to live here no more. I'm good. I'm good. You know what? Y'all got this one. Whoever lives below me, they're gonna figure it out. Once the water start dripping on them, they're gonna figure it out. She got it. She gonna be all right down there. Whoever down there, she gonna be good. She gonna be good. Oh man. That is crazy. That is crazy work. You got to try something. You can't just leave it. You can't just let it run like that. Anyway, listen, I'm going to take a brief intermission. I got to run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Support the show. Hit me on Venmo at The Hoodservative, or click the link in the chat. Support me on buymeacoffee.com.
I have Black mother privilege, and I'm going to start breaking that down for y'all. Because there is a privilege for me as a Black mother. I'm not going to have the same relationship. My sons adore me. My sons will put their life on the line in a New York minute over me. My sons will lose everything they have over me. Over me? It ain't happening. My sons will turn on their father over me. Over me? So when you ask me about my Black sons, the relationship does not correlate the same to what I'm saying about Black men. I have black mother privilege. And I'm going to start breaking that down for y'all. Because there is a privilege for me as a black mother. I'm not going to have the same relationship. My sons adore me. My sons will put their life on the line in a New York minute over me. My sons will lose everything they have over me. Over me? It ain't happening. My sons will turn on their father over me. Over me? So when you ask me about my black sons, the relationship does not correlate the same to what I'm saying about black men.
See, the difference between black women and white women is that white women's goal in life is to be married. Is to marry a successful man, cater to him, be a stay-at-home mom, have his babies, take care of the babies all by herself, while at the same time being at his beck and call. Black women ain't that. We can get it. That's the thing about black women. We gonna get out here and we gonna get it. We gonna start businesses. We gonna start careers. We gonna go to school. We gonna get educated. And we gonna take care of.
I don't really think y'all starting a lot of businesses like that. You know, doing hair don't really count.
What we need to take care of.
Uber Eats doesn't really count.
Without a man, they can't do that. They never have that ability. And when they do it on their own, they're always struggling. It's always hard for them. But it's never hard for us. And they're jealous of that fact. And they know it. They know it's tough for them if they're by themselves with children. Oh, yeah. They can't make it happen. See, they're willing to deal with any kind of bullshit that come along as long as they say that I'm married.
You know, she's almost arguing that black women are better off single. And, you know, I started to review this clip I saw the other day. I just couldn't squeeze the time out of the day. But I was watching DJ Hamp over on This Might Be Risky, right? And he had this one girl. He's like his regular co-host or whatever. Some woman that he has a regular frequent appearance from, and she's like explaining why the nuclear family is not a good solution for the black community, and basically saying that we just don't have the ingredients. You know, that was her words. Like, we just don't have the building blocks for a proper nuclear family for most black people. And now you got this woman over here basically arguing that, you know, black women, they're good on their own. They don't need no man anyway.
They're married and they're single mothers. They take care of the kids alone. They take care of that man, and he go and live his life. He at the golf course. He out on his boat on the lake with the boys, while she at home losing her mother mind, running around the house taking care of these kids and washing his dirty drawers. See, black women look at things a whole lot different. We can be all of that and some. And that's the reason why a lot of these black men, they go for these white women because they're weaker. They want that weaker species. So
see, everything that you are isn't any of the thing that most of the men want, though. That's the fundamental problem that you just can't get away from. And she just described it, but she didn't say it the way I said it. But you being what you are is the reason why they go for the other women, right?
We can be all of that and some. And that's the reason why a lot of these black men, they go for these white women because they're weaker. They want that weaker species so that they can rule over them. We ain't being ruled over. We ain't going for that. We gonna be equal partners in this. You can be the head of the household. We gonna treat you like a man as long as you.
See, that's the con right there. That is the con. And anytime the woman is trying to sell a man equality, it's really a pitch for his servitude. That's really what it always boils down to. Anytime she tries to convince him about their equality, what winds up happening inevitably is him in a position of servitude. Always breaks down that way. This is why they call the black community feminized. This is why, even though there's this argument about Pookie and, you know, the girls going after the hood niggas and all that, in reality, because a lot of these women have a lot more access to government shit, they can you know, get the apartment, they can get the car, they can go get a little education, they can get a job and all of that shit. And all he gonna get is felonies and hard times. He becomes subservient to her in the long run because he can't do things for himself.
Act like one. But see, these white women don't care. They don't care if you don't man up. They're going to man up on the inside, but then treat you like a man on the outside in front of everybody else. We ain't willing to do that.
Do you guys hear how?
Now, because she started her thing about white women, I think this is a great part of the show. It's a great time to like slide into one of my favorite long-running battles, the beef between black women and white women.
When I die, I'ma go to Snow Bunny Heaven. Snow Bunny Heaven.
Every now and then, one fun-loving, free-spirited white girl who may or may not have good genes, she just comes out and really pisses niggas off. I know she's flat-chested. She ain't even got no real ass, nothing. But she really doesn't have much of like a shape, you know, the whole hourglass figure thing. She really doesn't have that. Like, she's toned, she's athletic, definitely not fat. She's got like, you know, minimal body fat, which is always good, right? But here's the thing, right? And I like this word. This is a very Gen Z internet term, but it is very fitting for what they use it for. A flat-chested, no ass having skinny white girl mogged every black woman in the WNBA. Just mogged her hard. Look, it's incredible what just happened. Effortlessly. Like, you bitches really got to do better. I mean, look at that face, y'all. Come on. Look at that face. Oh, my God. Y'all really got to do better. I feel like if y'all was prettier, you would play harder, too. But that's a whole nother theory. I got a lot of theories. But everybody knows that the WNBA, all the black girls in the basketball league, they hate Caitlin Clark for whatever reasons, you know, plus she's white. But I realized there is a white girl in the NBA, in the WNBA, that all the black girls don't hate. And I figured it out. This is why.
For equal opportunity and no discrimination based on what you look like, who you like, and anything of that nature. I think black women, specifically, I grew up with a lot of prominent black women in my life that were very important to me and how I was raised and how I grew up, being my stepmom, my AAU coach. So I understand like how.
So she's basically half black if you really peep the game, right? If you like read between the lines, I know she look white, but she's really half black though.
Black women in my life that were very important to me and how I was raised and how I grew up, being my stepmom, my AAU coach. So I understand like how amazing they are and how they should get the same equal opportunity as a white woman, as a white man, to be an important piece of this league. And it was built on a lot of black women, this league was. So it's definitely right for them to get the same equal opportunity as everybody else.
See, she always shouting out the B-dubs. You know, that's how you go into the WNBA as a white girl. You got to be like, it was the black girls, man. The black girls are the shit.
With the life that I have now,
as a white woman who leads a Black-led sport and celebrated here. I want to show a light on Black women. They don't get the media coverage that they deserve. They've given so much to, with the light that I have now.
See, you gotta always highlight the Keishas. That's how you get your shine. That's how you keep the Black girls from roughing you up in the locker room. It's like prison politics. It's just like girls' jail, all right? You just gotta stay out the Black girls' way and always, shout them out, like, yo, that's my homie. But still in keeping of the theme, the Black and white drama that's going on with the women, we're going to talk about some modern television. Is this even a TV show? I don't know. Do you people watch Love Island at all? No, I do not watch Love Island. I have no idea what the shape of this drama is about, what the details are. I really could not care less about these people. But apparently an interracial couple won Love Island recently. Not just any interracial couple, but America's highly sought after, most desired interracial couple, a Black woman and a white man. A Black woman and a white man won Love Island recently.
Something that I don't usually talk about because I'm afraid that I'm making people uncomfortable. It's something that affects me in almost every aspect of life.
Before we get to Love Island, got to talk about colorism. Actually, they're going to be talking about Love Island a little bit.
There's something about having dark skin on a woman's body that shapes the way she moves through the world. There's something about having darker skin on a male body that shapes the way in which he moves through the world.
I know, it's like a handicap. This Black skin, every time I look at my Black skin, I feel a little bit tarted, like no lie. Something about having this Black skin makes me a little bit more tarted than I guess any other color.
It has real life stakes.
From what I've seen growing up, dark skin equates to being poor, dirty, ratchet.
They tend to be the bad guys in Tyler Perry movies. Straight from the border.
Doesn't even make any sense. I'm not deemed as beautiful, therefore I am not beautiful. And those two are not really mutually exclusive.
Now, here's the thing, right? There is a guy out there that would call you beautiful. I guarantee you could go out and find quite easily a bunch of guys who would call you every day of your life the most beautiful girl in the world, right? But you probably don't want those guys. The guys that think you're beautiful aren't the guys that you're into. That is like the tragedy of like modern women. All the men that would love you, you don't want to fuck those guys. It's terrible.
Could it be that something as early as colonization or slavery is primarily responsible for our beauty standards today? We're talking about who works in the field and who works.
Now think about what they're getting at. All these words, and this is one of the things I hate about like listening to women sometimes talk, because if they talk for a little while, you start to get the idea of what they're really about to hit you with, and then they start talking too much, and it just becomes all these words. Like you're using all these words to obscure the fact that you just feel ugly in front of white people. That's really what this is about. You don't think the white man thinks you're pretty.
In the house, we're also talking about rape, the rape of slaves to produce people who are known as mulattoes or mixed race. These standards of beauty travel. Eurocentric standards of beauty travel.
In the Dominican society,
Eurocentric standards of beauty. That is some college homosexual terminology for the white man thinks I'm hot.
and our culture, they have a phrase that's like mejorando la raza, advancing the Dominican population and making sure we're going into how they say the better. If you're lighter, you're bettering the race and you're bettering the island versus. Yeah, not only Dominicans, a lot of Latinos have that whole blanqueamiento thing or whatever. I mean, it's a real thing. You got to holler at them about their whole proclivities and whatnot.
Why you even got to drag the white man into that? That is some brown people aspiring to be something else type shit.
If you're just being you.
I would get called the blackness. One joke that really stuck with me was like,
that is funny. I bet you it was black people that called you blackness. It was probably a bunch of girls too. Look at here come blackness with his funny looking hair. Like, nigga, that's a weird set of dreadlocks too. You got your dreads in a bun or some shit. What the hell is that?
oh, Edgar's so black that when he leaves a car, the check engine light turns on.
Nigga, that's black people. Those are black people getting on you. All right, what are you getting all sensitive about? You look like a little skinny bitch ass dark skinned nigga. That's why they was teasing you. You too dark skinned to be this sensitive.
That was a reference to my skin being as dark as oil. I felt ugly being of a darker skin tone. So I tried to gel my hair, or I started listening to skater punk music.
I don't even want to listen to this nigga complain about colorism. I don't even want to hear this nigga crying about colorism. You see, you just ruined the argument for me.
And a lot of the racism is coming from Black folks. A lot of times when these contestants get racism, it's not just white folks or non-Black folks being racist. They don't need permission to be racist, right? But a lot of times it's because they see how comfortable y'all are talking about them a certain way, so they see that as the green light to be racist.
Can you imagine walking around like feeling the burden of like movie stereotypes and shit? I don't think I've ever thought about anything like that, because I don't even understand why you would talk about it in this way. Stand up for yourself. Those are code words. That's coded language. She talks a lot, and she's probably really, really energetic and aggressive when she gets upset. The man said whites don't have these conversations. I wonder if that's the thing. Like, if you're Black, especially Black men, and you get like in a relationship with a white woman, do you just lose the burden of all these Black stereotypes? It's like, I don't have to be a nigga no more.
Never seen an unhappy Black woman with a fine ass white man. I've never seen it. And we could talk about it more. Because the ones that be happy as hell with their white man, they be getting everything that they want. And that's gonna be me next. Happily in love, living a life, they man spoiling them. They just over there. Where the white man at?
That's all you got to do is get you a white man.
I hit a woman for the first time in my life, and I'm having fun.
And that's gonna be me next. Happily in love, living a life, they man spoiling them. They just over there. Where the white man at? I'm at the point where I'm sick of you niggas. Like, I am. Y'all give nothing no more. So I'm dating out of my comfort zone now, and I'm gonna get me a Caucasian man. So where y'all at?
You don't even know where to get one. That's crazy. How you live in America and don't know where to find a white man?
And yes, I really do find it weird when I see like couples hanging out and all the men are Black and all the women are not Black or light skinned. Like, it's very weird to me. Like, I be looking at it like, is this some type of like secret society or something like that? Like did y'all plan this? Like, so y'all only friends with other couples that are Black and non-Black? Like, that's just y'all think. Okay.
You know what I'm finding very interesting about the Casey defenders as they're talking about colorism, y'all don't like Black love, they rigged the vote, they rigged this and did that. So now that the tides are changing for dark-skinned Black women in these TV shows, the tune seems to be changing because let's be honest, on these dating shows, Black women, especially dark-skinned Black women, are disrespected still, right? With Love Island, there's a different tune. With the other shows, when dark-skinned Black men would come in, they would have their pick of the litter. Women would flock to them. They would not choose the Black girl. They would not choose the dark-skinned Black girl. And you guys, you know what do you guys say? It's a preference thing. It's a preference thing. Right. Okay, so now all of a sudden, y'all thinking Casey's experiencing colorism, which he wasn't. All of a sudden, oh, that's colorism. But you're not able to see it with the.
You know what? I'm sorry. Is it just me, or is she giving African? Oh wow! I just looked at her name. Oh no, F.A. Love. That might not mean anything. I don't know, something about her just gives me. Is she African? She's not bad looking. I like her hair and everything, but like she looks just something about her. Like your parents are Nigerian, aren't they?
The dark-skinned Black women, right? Now that these Black men are not seeming to be most desired on these TV shows, and the dark-skinned girls, they're getting chosen by men that society seems as, above everybody else, right? And they're getting treated right. Last year, Olandria and Nick. This year, we have Anaya and Carl. This year, we have also Trinity, Brinity. Let me just say Brinity. The tune is changing. It's all of a sudden colorism. It's all of a sudden they don't want Black love. It's all of a sudden poor Black men. And that's not to say dark-skinned Black men don't.
Yeah, I swear, my chat, we got some of the most like advanced racism scholars in my chat over here. I swear to God. Like, we literally bust out the calipers. We start doing a measurement of the forehead, try to look at the cranial features, make any genetic inferences that we can make. We really do like to refine this shit. And to be fair, I get like this with white folk too. I'll be like, you Estonian, aren't you? You look a little Slavic, don't you? So somewhere around the cheek, you got Slavic cheekbones and shit. It's just the thing. It's like if you want to understand people, sometimes you gotta get into the particularities of people and shit. And she was just giving African aura. That's all. I was just getting a lot of African second generation aura from her. But my bad, I'm totally messing up her video. She worked hard on this video. She did her hair and everything.
Experience colorism. They do. And at the same time, we have to be very honest about colorism within the Black community. The dark-skinned Black man within the community, he's up here. He is the most desired when it comes to romantic partners. And he's also the most protected over women and children. So that colorism trope, it did not even land when you guys threw.
Well, who's the most protective?
He is the most desired when it comes to romantic partners. Not to say dark-skinned Black men don't experience colorism.
She said dark-skinned Black men are the most desired when it comes to romantic partners. Now, the only real information you could use to argue that is like dating apps and whatnot, because that's the only place that aggregates that type of data. But that's not what the data says. I promise you, according to dating app data, niggas are not that sought after. I mean, you can get you some action out there, but it's not the wonderland she just said it was.
They do. And at the same time, we have to be very honest about colorism within the Black community. The dark-skinned Black man within the community, he's up here. He is the most desired.
Oh, within the community. I don't even know if that's true. Because women be liking these light-skinned Al B. Shore niggas too. They be wanting these baby face, silky haired niggas too. So I don't even know if that's true. That just sounds like dark-skinned cope.
And he's also the most protected over women and children. So that colorism trope, it did not even land when you guys threw it at Anaya. Because when she had the chance to actually be a colorist, she had a man, she had Carl, but she said, no, I'm choosing Casey, the dark-skinned black man. So where's the colorism in that? I think y'all are just getting upset.
So is this the shit that TV watchers are arguing about nowadays? Allegedly, one girl is suffering from colorism because she likes the light-skinned dude or the white dude. I don't get it. Who's colorist? This is because I don't watch Love Island, and I refuse to learn more about this story, all right? I'm taking a stand on principle. I'm going to talk about the shit because it's all over my feed, but I'm not going to learn anything about you people. I refuse.
The black men don't seem to be doing as well as they used to in other TV shows, dating shows. They used to have the pick of the litter. Now, the dark-skinned black women, the black women are the ones that are wanted. And not only just wanted, they're actually being treated correctly.
Are dark-skinned men being treated correctly? Oh, I didn't know that. That was news to me. Apparently, dark-skinned men, finally, after all this time in America, dark-skinned men are finally getting their due.
Toby be good nigga for massa. Good nigga. Don't send Toby away.
Shout out to dark-skinned men. Y'all finally getting treated right.
Ones that are wanted. And not only just wanted, they're actually being treated correctly. And they don't disrespect them. And on these shows, when you guys do pick a dark-skinned Black woman, what do? You disrespect her. Just like how Casey disrespected Anaya. But I think it's just funny how all of a sudden Black men want to talk about colorism. But when Black women were talking about it, you guys, it's a preference thing. It's a preference thing. It's a preference. And the colorism conversation, again, does not even apply here.
Oh, I think I know what's happening. She's defending her homegirl because she dated a white boy and they won the show. Is that what that is?
I think it's just very, very interesting.
Yeah. Now niggas is hitting you with the colorism card because you're your favorite TV girl. She got her a white man and y'all all cheering for her. You see, Black love is dead, I guess. Black love is dead. It only took one white boy to kill it.
With Trinity bringing up the fact that this is all Black women in the Love Island finale, I do have to bring something up. And I know I'm a blonde white woman.
Yes, you are.
I know it's going to be said in the comments. And if this is the only video
Glad
that comes up for you, whatever vibe you think is wrong. And you can go look on my page for the real vibes. Okay? But I will say, it's amazing, you know, to have Black representation and have all Black women, and that's amazing. Is that why you guys hated Kenzie so much?
I feel like that's not reality. That's not reality. That was reality TV. That was a scripted thing. They knew what they were doing. The producers wanted to, you know, cause a frenzy in the Black community. We're gonna make them all Black, except for this really handsome white guy. I know he's gonna crush it.
Because the amount of videos I have seen since Kenzie has been kicked off is like, yay, we did it. We did it. What did you do?
They got rid of the
Why were some of you so pressed about the core four, even though core four usually stands for the core four that started the show, which would be Kenzie and not Kata. But y'all hated Kenzie from the jump. From the jump. You hated Kenzie. You made fun of Jen. And
They just bullied all the white girls off Love Island. Is that what you're trying to tell me, Becky? No. What's that to say? Shelby? Shelby, is that what they did? Did they bully all the other cute white girls off Love Island until it was just black people and that one white girl? I mean, that one white guy that everybody liked? Is that what happened? They just selectively got rid of all the white female competition? Is that what they did?
then, were there any other white women?
No.
Are we, because I'm not going to include Jaden because she barely existed.
Damn, they should have let you on the Love Island. Could have wrecked the whole damn island. Just pissed off a bunch of black girls.
It feels forced to me at this point, where I said in another video, it's interesting to me that there's no TT and Casey which is a dark skinned couple. And then there's no white couple. And
So there's no black couple, there's no white couple, there's just the interracial couple. But in particular, the black woman, white man. Because if it was the black man, white woman, nobody would love that. Do we all admit that? Can we all be honest? That would not be the internet's most popular thing right now if it was a black man and a white woman. But it's a black woman and a white man. And so the EBT part of the internet is having like a celebration. It's like Juneteenth or something on the black side of the internet. It's crazy.
And it feels like it's become a thing of we're not voting for love and voting for connection and voting for what Love Island represents. We're choosing our core four, and that's who we're voting for no matter what, no matter if they deserve to be here. Like,
this white girl feels robbed, y'all. That's really what's happening. She really wanted to watch True Love fight to rise to the top, and all they gave her was some interracial bullshit. She's like, what the fuck is this shit? I wanted true love, not this bullshit.
even Carl being brought back was because Anaya was in the core four and they had to save her. Casey and TT were out because they changed the voting format for the core four to make it to the top four. I've never seen anything like this. The only thing close was PPG. And I feel like we're really losing the plot here. Because why did you hate Kenzie so much? Why did you hate her so much? Tell me.
Love Island DEI is terrible. They got a DEI, you girls, a white man. Is that what happened? They had to DEI a white man for one of you hoes? It's terrible.
Why did you hate KC so much? Because let's talk about it. There's no white woman in the finale, and there's no black man in the finale. Okay.
You know what? I think she wanted to see the interracial couple, but in the other direction. She just really did not want to see Keisha win. She was like, you know what? I'd have been cool if it was one of the black dudes, but not this bitch. None of them bitches deserve to win. That's cold. You see how much women hate each other? Never ever forget women hate each other the most.
That's it. That's all. This is again why I'm going back to Love Island UK. Because it's actually about the show. There's not this cult, highly political, racially driven fan base. It's just who's got the best couple.
Affirmative Action Island is crazy. How do you even determine something like that?
Racially driven fan base. It's just who's got the best couple.
What the hell does that even mean? Who's got the best couple? This is why, like, sometimes talking to girls is just frustrating because it's like, what the hell even is the best couple? What does that even mean? You're watching them on TV too, so it's not even like you're really, really watching them. You don't know these people. You're not friends with these people. You don't know where he drives to work in the morning. You don't know what she looks like when she's getting out of bed, when she's running to the curb to grab the paper or some shit in the morning. You don't know anything. The best couple. Man, I'm telling you, the modern mainstream media was bad enough already. Girls' minds were already getting cooked by like Cosmopolitan magazine and teeny bop or teen Vogue and shit like that. But now we have the internet. Like Teen Vogue and Cosmopolitan, that was kind of like cocaine, you know, just doing little lines. It wasn't the most harmful shit. Sometimes it made them fun, but it was still bad, right? But this new internet, it's just junk. It's just like straight smack right into the veins too. This is like heroin for stupid girls.
This cult, highly political, racially driven fan base. It's just who's got the best couple. Yeah. But love Trinity. I've been saying that from the jump. Love Trinity, love Brinity. Very, very, very happy that they won.
You don't look happy. Does she look happy, y'all? Help me out here. Help me out, chat. Does she look happy?
How do it equivalent? Love Brinity. Very, very, very happy that they won. Thanks y'all for watching.
Oh man. And you know, let's keep the race war going a little bit too. Did you know there is this case, this young kid named Nolan Wells died under mysterious circumstances, you know. Apparently he was the one black kid with a bunch of white guys and he turned up dead, and now they're thinking it was like white magic or something. It was like Caucasian voodoo. Who knows? But now the internet is saying that you should never, ever be alone with white people. Did you guys hear that? Have you heard this whole thing yet? I swear to God, it's a real trend. Black people, you should never be the one black or the one non around white people. You can't, like, maybe you got to go call a Mexican or something like that if you can't get one of your friends. You know, give them like $50 and just have them hang out with you, you know. Go down. Do they still hang out at Home Depot? I just realized Trump done chased all the Mexicans away from Home Depot. You can't even hire a nigga like that no more. Well, you're going to have to figure something out. But either way, the internet says never be the one non-white person. Otherwise, you're going to die.
Respectfully, if you didn't grow up as a black kid in the suburbs, in a predominantly white suburb, if you didn't grow up and you were one of the only black kids in your class, maybe if you got lucky, one of 2 or 3, if you didn't grow up with all the insane microaggressive jokes, like I remember there were times when they would turn off the lights and be like, look, we can only see your teeth. Someone told me my lips were so big that they all had their own gravitational pull.
That was definitely a white people joke. I know that had the sting too, because it probably came from a white boy you like too. Damn. Niggas don't be joking about shit like gravity. We don't have jokes about calculations and whatnot. That is a little bit too high-minded. Niggas are not making gravitational pull references.
Looks like I remember there were times when they would turn off the lights and be like, look, we can only see your teeth. Someone told me my lips were so big that they all had their own gravitational pull. If you've never experienced being paired with the only other black kid in the class romantically, oh my God, you guys would look so cute together. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, damn. He probably liked you too. He was probably like, damn, it's my one shot. Fuck. He was probably with it. He was definitely with it. He was like, ew, not this nigga. Look at all these white boys and you're going to put me with the nigga?
God. Regardless of whether or not that person was attractive, if you have an experience being in history class and going through the unit on slavery and having all the kids look at you and have the teachers ask you questions as if you were there.
Hey, I got a question, y'all. I got a question because I just noticed a thing, and I notice things every now and then, and you know, I do not think I know everything, so I ask questions. Is that a natural hairline? Like, let me just, I'm gonna run this back and I'm gonna put this on mute and I'm gonna just watch her with the sound off. Is that a hairline that occurs in nature? Something about that hairline looks off to me. I just realized, like, I am looking at a thing that is not found anywhere on this planet. Like, this does not naturally happen on God's green earth. I don't think that hairline is real, y'all. I don't know what it is, but it's not a real hairline. Let me unmute this fake shit.
You questions as if you would be were there, as if you know.
That's a lot of weave.
If you
Damn. Now I'm trying to wonder. Now I'm trying to imagine how bald is you really? Because that's a lot of weave. It's like you got a lace back. She got so much lace in the front and shit go all the way to the back.
You never experienced someone coming in and be like, "Oh, I know you know how to fight." Growing up as a Black kid in a white suburb will do things to you.
I was there. I was the Black kid in the white suburbs. You know, I was a military kid. I had to go. I was around a lot of white folk when I was really young, right? That's how I know they're not that scary. I don't know what's wrong with you people.
If you do not have the proper, like, connections outside of school, if you as a parent don't make it your due diligence, if you don't make it your responsibility to ensure that your Black child is around other Black people, it does things to you. It makes you extremely insecure.
Hold up. You didn't even want to date the one Black kid that was around, though. Like, you see there's a contradiction here. At first, it's like, oh, we got to be around other Black people. Well, there's another Black kid in the class. So you're like, ew, not him. Ew, I don't like this nigga. Why you got to make me sit next to this nigga? Ew. But now you over here, oh, you got to be around other Black people. I like niggas.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
And the only thing I think a lot of us who grew up in those spaces, the only thing that we wanted was to be accepted.
You didn't accept Jamal.
That's it.
You did not accept Jamal. You know how embarrassed Jamal had to be when they tried to hook y'all up? And you was like, ew, why you try to make me date the one Black boy? Ew. Like, you know how embarrassed Jamal was that day? You didn't accept him.
That's it, where you want to be accepted. And for your Blackness to not be at the center of everything. Because it is. Because it's just you.
What does that mean? Your Blackness at the center of everything.
Your Blackness, that's it. That's it, where you want to be accepted. And for your Blackness to not be at the center of everything.
But that's what it is when you hang around Black folk, though. That's all niggas talk about is blackity black. I'm Black, y'all. If I'm Black, y'all, you know, where your people from? SBAs and shit. Like, that's all niggas talk about is blackity black Blackness. What do you mean? And you know what? That's ironically, and I was kind of just joking about this, but actually, though, and this has been my experience at least, right? Being away from all the other niggas. Let me just speak freely. Can I speak from the heart? You mind if I speak from the heart? Being away from all these other niggas, every now and then it feels like you can let your guard down and not be Black for a little while. Does that make sense to you? Like, because generally speaking, the types of issues, the types of petty beefs that you would get into, even just the history, like you got real, you know, you don't have enemies, with a bunch of like your white coworkers and shit like that. So you're not gonna, probably not gonna have Facebook beef with them, shit like that, right? So it's like when you get away from a lot of niggas, it's like taking it's like you can actually let the blackness down. It's like dropping like all this burden that you've been carrying. It's like I can just be melanated without being a nigga.
Because it is. Because it's just you. Nolan's parents very likely had the conversation with him. Don't be the only one. If you see a drunk white girl, leave the party, go to a gas station, buy something, keep the receipt, and look dead in the camera. I'm sure they had the conversation with him. What I'm also sure of is that he is a kid. He was 18 years old. He was a baby. And did you listen to every single thing that your parents told you to do?
He was too young to know how clever and how dastardly them white folks is. He was just too young. He didn't know the history. He didn't know about the gator babies and all of that stuff. He was just too young.
This tragic outcome of Nolan Wells is exactly why Carmelo Anthony did what he felt like he had to do to protect himself. It's exactly why he felt like he had to go to the extreme in self-defense, because the presence of white people is sometimes just dangerous.
The presence of white people is just dangerous. Like, did you know the white man the nigga just breathes violence, right? He's just like, gunshots. Like, the nigga just breathing is violence, y'all.
You teach me all my life that the white man is the devil? You teach me my whole life that the white man is the devil. Now you tell me it's all right for him to come among us.
Extreme in self-defense, because the presence of white people is sometimes just dangerous. We never know what the outcome is going to be. The mere presence of y'all is enough to feel like our lives could be in danger. And I'm not comparing these two young black teenagers.
Now I get it. That's why Imagine Dragons, they made that one song. Whoa, whoa, oh, whoa, I'm radioactive, radioactive. He wrote that because he had a black girlfriend, didn't he? He was trying to tell that bitch, he was trying to let her know. He's like, I got this power.
Boys, for shits and giggles. I'm talking about it because I saw a lot of folks, black folks included, talking about Carmelo Anthony and be like, well, like he deserves to be punished. He deserves to have the justice system against him. He deserves this because he did too much and it wasn't self-defense. But we just don't like the fact that he got this sentencing. And I found that to be a collective gaslighting of black folks in America.
Freeman's Journal said he's proudly rocking the boat shoes. Nigga don't got no socks on or nothing. Boat shoes with no socks, bro. I feel you. Boat shoes with no socks. That's how you do it. That's the only way to wear them. That's the only way to wear them. I don't make the rules, all right? I didn't build the boat. I don't make the boat shoe rules. I just observe what's going on. When in Rome, right? When in Rome.
Of our history and us knowing what could happen. We have always existed with the reality that no matter what we do, lethal force could be used against us. Just existing could be something that's dangerous for us. And
just existing around white people, they just might shoot you. I don't know. Just something about being. It's like It's like an automatic response. Something about the presence of niggas triggers all the violent reactions in white people.
so why we were talking so much about Carmelo Anthony's case and whether or not what he did justified the means in which he got out of that tent with them white boys. We are now collectively grieving alongside a family who's mainly grieving a young black teenage boy. And I think for some of y'all, that's easier because that's the story you're used to. That's the story that comes with, oh, grief and sadness. And oh my gosh, I can't believe that he didn't make it back. How could all his white friends come back with the boat and then leave him out there? But then when we have young black kids who see these stories, understand these stories, we have to process these stories. What does that tell us about who is dangerous to us?
The niggas that's shooting up the block, that's who's dangerous to you. suburban middle class white kids who typically come from, you know, stable families and shit. Parents got 401ks. They go on vacations. They own boats, for Christ's sake. Typically speaking, the boat owning community, and I used to be a member of the boat owning community. Once upon a time in another life, I was boat people. And I got to tell you, typically boat people, they don't really do a bunch of crazy shit because nobody wants to sink their boat. Boat people are not typically the violent, murderous people, all right? They're just typically not. Maybe there's like one Vietnam vet or something like that, but generally speaking, boat people, you know, they got mortgages and bills and shit too. You know how much marine diesel is? Boat people are not trying to get tangled up with niggas.
Who is dangerous? If we can't even trust y'all to be our friends, imagine the fear that happens when you pressing up against us and showing yourself to be a danger or showing that you might touch me or that you might try to hurt me. I'm going to use whatever force possible to make it out of that situation alive. Carmelo Anthony.
See, Carmelo stabbed so Nolan can swim. All right, that was a bad joke. That was terrible.
And Nolan Wells, two situations that are happening in the same landscape. And unfortunately, because of how y'all act, white supremacists, you can't divorce these situations from each other. So the next time you're wondering why a young black kid or a black teenager or a black adult might respond in a way that you deem really over the top to make sure they make it out alive, ask yourselves why we feel like our lives are always in danger around you.
So you're scared of white people now. At some point, we just have to just make it plain. Black people feel forever scared of white people. Because if you think about it, right? Niggas are so like historically, emotionally traumatized by slavery and Jim Crow and just oppression, broadly speaking. Niggas are afraid of white people. But you know what we're afraid of, though? We're afraid that one day he's gonna put us back on a plantation.
Toby be good nigga for massa. Good nigga. Don't send Toby away.
Niggas are afraid of the white man. That's really what it is.
We're at a point right now where my kids ain't allowed to hang with white kids. Like you literally can't hang with these white kids.
That is a white woman, though. That is a white woman, damn near clear. Talking about my kids can't hang with white kids. Your kids can't go home.
We're at a point right now where my kids ain't allowed to hang with white kids. Like you literally can't hang with these white kids. I promise you. And this is the thing. White men are dangerous. White people are dangerous. When you are the only black friend out of the friend group,
there are white women who have won beauty pageants who are darker than you. There are certain like there are white women who are like Miss Universes have been darker than you. Vanessa Williams was darker than you. What do you mean? What do you mean you can't hang with white kids? This is the most confusing shit I ever. And I'm surprised all of these niggas just sat there eating that shit up. Like it was the most profound shit ever heard. You whiter than my white audience. What the fuck? Like, come on. My kids can't hang with you. Your kids can't hang with their cousins. That's really what you're telling me. Your kids can't hang with a whole half of your family. You got uncles and aunties and cousins and shit that your kids just can't hang with. You don't trust your own genetics. That's crazy work.
almost always are going to be the one. When the police come, you the one going to catch the charge. When the hoes come around, we got to make somebody look stupid so we can get or look cool, you going to be the You cannot be the only black one. So the fact that you can't be the only black one as an adult, how the fuck can you be the only black one as a 13-year-old? My son has white friends. I'm already trying to figure out how to explain to him that y'all can hang at school. Y'all can do an after school thing. Y'all can go to the mall. You can't go to their houses and you can't spend the night. You can't. It's too fucking dangerous. I need you to make it home to me. We're at a point right now where my kids ain't allowed to hang.
Women online are having the most fascinating conversations. My kids can't hang with the white kids. kids. You can talk to them in school, but you can't talk to them out. Like, black folk are gonna rediscover segregation from first principles. Watch. I'm telling you, the black folk is low key. That's what niggas be trying to do. You know, the black this and the black that, the black graduation, the black. They want a black segregated everything anyway. And it's like now, like, black folk want to. It's like we was mad about segregation because we didn't really understand it. But now that we understand the benefits of it, we're like, you know what? Let's try this again. Let's make it work.
Boy, you look good when you back that ass up. You a fine motherfucker when you back that ass. Bitch, call me.
It was one of my other cousins. She had to do the eulogy. It was a very personal family moment.
Boy, you look good when you back that ass up. You a fine motherfucker when you back that ass. Bitch, call me Big Daddy. Go on, baby. Boy, who is you playing when you back that ass up? Boy, you look good when you back that ass up. Boy, who is you playing when you back that ass up? You can call me Big Mama when you back that ass up. Boy, who is you calling when you back that ass up?
I have no idea what the hell's going on here. I really like, and I be trying to understand. I be trying to understand what the hell niggas got going on, and I'm clueless, and I'm black. I know the shit that niggas be up to. I just don't understand niggas sometimes. Like, I would divorce the whole family. I would just leave and never talk to the rest of y'all ever.
Boy, you look good when you back that ass up. You a fine motherfucker when you back that ass. Bitch, call me Big Daddy. Go on, baby. Boy, who is you playing?
The old heads in it, everything.
When you back that ass up, boy, who is you playing when you back that ass up? You can call me Big Mama when you back that ass up.
Is this the only song that y'all could think of that made you remember your dead uncle? Was that like his favorite jam or whatever? Was he always playing that when he pulled up at the family reunions? You know, he'd pull up in the big Cadillac truck, and the kids are all coming running up to him. Uncle Juvie, Uncle Juvie. And they'd be playing that song. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my God. Anyway. I just wanted to take a brief moment to share some of my family pain with y'all. All right. Back to the race war. Back to the race war. It's not over. It's never over. Funeral's done. Back to the shit.
So I just finished this date that I had, this first date, and this man had me crying because he was just so sweet and positive. We ended up getting in like a really deep conversation about dating and like how it's hard. And like, you know, I told him I had been single for 10 years and I told him, I was like, hey, like.
Single for 10 years? So you're what, mid-30s now?
Are you interested or not? Like, I said, forgive me for being so blunt. Like, I just, like, this is the last date I'm going on this year, and I just don't want to waste my time. Like, if you're not interested, like, just say that. And he was like, I'm going to let you know, like, if
She's crying now telling the story. Right, notice she didn't say celibate for 10 years. She just hasn't been claimed for 10 years. It's like a bag in the lost and found for 10 years. And then one day, this nice looking white guy, he's walking by the lost and found bin, and he notices this bag. And so he picked it up and he's looking at the bag, and the bag is like, I've been here for 10 years.
for being so blunt. Like, I just, like, this is the last date I'm going on this year, and I just don't want to waste my time. Like, if you're not interested, like, just say that. And he was like, I'm going to let you know, like, if I'm not interested in all these things. And I looked at him and I was like, you know, like, There was a guy who told me that he would let me know too. He even said like I'm an honest man. Like I'll let you know if I'm interested or like, you know.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen Black women cry over Black men. Except that one time.
I'm done. I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
I wonder what the hell Jermaine did to her.
If I want to continue this or not. And I was like, and like, I believed him and he actually didn't. And I got ghosted. And so I hear you, but like, I don't really believe you. So I would just prefer you just let me know right now. Like, I think men know. I think men know what they're interested in. But I was like, but if you feel the pressure, I do apologize. And like, I'll know that if you're interested, if you reached out to me. And we just got, it was just sweet because he was like, I can't even talk.
It's funny how y'all have television at home. Ever since I turned off my TV, I've been noticing we are actually in a race war. We are in a race war. These kids don't even know how to play with other children who have melanin skin. They don't know how to play with other kids.
The kids are in a race war? What the hell? What are you teaching your kids? Where did you take your kids? Read the caption. Today was the first time my son was told no by other kids. He's no longer in summer camp. I'm looking to relocate now. Like, you really kind of just ruining his whole childhood. He's supposed to learn how to find his place out there in a rough and tumble social environment. You can't just protect them from the mean kids who don't want to talk to him.
It's funny how y'all have television at home. Ever since I turned off my TV, I've been noticing we are actually in a race war.
This is how you raise little pussies too, by the way. Never let him have adversity. Don't let him fight his own battles. Let him figure out white people on his own.
We are in a race war. These kids don't even
And those glasses, I hate you because of your glasses. I just hope you know that. And your throat tattoo, by the way.
know how to play with other children who have melanin skin.
I just know your throat can take a lot of pain. Like your throat can handle a lot of punishment. That's usually what throat tattoos mean. This bitch is damn near indestructible. Got a cast iron gullet.
How to play with other children who have melanin skin. They don't know how to play with other kids. They're taught this at home. Like, it's that deep. It's funny how y'all have television at home ever since I...
All right, enough out of you. Enough out of you and your bullshit.
Sometimes I feel like I will cut off a nice guy just because I don't think that we're going to mesh because I have too much trauma.
Promise, you can't make this stuff up.
We cut off two really nice guys. Yes, and let's talk about it. Sis, I'm going to be honest with you. This man had no issues. No. That man had no issues.
Yours had no issues. Mine had no issues. But they were great.
One thing.
Being a good guy just isn't worth it. Like the results on being a good guy. I wish there was a payoff. I really do wish there was a payoff to being a good guy, but it's just not. You know that saying, never mistake a person's kindness for weakness? That's what the good guy really gets all the time. His goodness always gets interpreted as weakness and rejected it for that reason, basically.
Think about it, one thing for sure, baby. I need you with a little trauma.
Yeah.
I need you to
They were too perfect.
I need you.
She needs trauma. Take notes, y'all. They need trauma. This is why you can't be trying to be Mr. Fix-It, all right? I'm not here to fix it. You know, that line, I'm not here for I'm here for a good time, not a long time. It sounds corny and cheap, but like that's the wavelength, right? I'm just here to rest my trauma for a little bit, and then you be good, you be all right, you strong, you got this, you independent. Hit that like button for me, y'all. We about to get up out of here. I want to wrap this one up in a hot second. I like this last video though.
Marcus is really irritating me. Tell me why this dude gonna get home talking about something. You've been at home all day and I can't at least come home to a meal. Ma, I'm not gonna be doing no white stuff for no boyfriend. That's so stupid to me.
What you mean about be doing white stuff for a boyfriend?
I'm not doing that, Ma. Like if he wants that, he gonna have to marry me. I don't have to cook for a man that ain't my husband.
Why is it y'all women wait till y'all have kids with all these different baby daddies that didn't want to have standards when the next man comes? Did you have the same standards for your baby daddies?
Excuse me, Mama. It's called growth. I learned from the mistakes. I'm not gonna do that with another man and end up just.
Girl, no, that's not how that works. Growth is one thing. You do learn from your past mistakes, but you're being foolish right now. You want a man to act like a husband, but you don't want to act like a wife for the man that you want to act like your husband.
What do you mean? I'm not asking him for husband stuff. What do I ask him for that's have husband stuff, Ma?
You want him to provide and protect for you and your children, right?
Yeah, that's what a man's supposed to do.
And you want him to be a father to 3 kids. It's not even his kids.
Again, something a man is supposed to do. I have to make sure that he's gonna be qualified to be my husband. So he has to do those things.
That was the church.
That is things that a husband would do. Just like you won't do certain things because you won't do it till you're a wife. That man don't have to take care of you or them kids until he become your husband.
Mama, yes, he do that. That is called being a man. Like, what is wrong with you?
No, that is called you entitled and want too much and not giving enough.
Oh my
You
God.
should have had those same standards when you was having them babies with them other men.
Oh.
And then maybe you would be married by now.
Excuse me?
You heard what I said. Girl, let me go find my movie because you worked my nerves.
Ma.
You heard what your mama said. Wasting all my minutes with this bullshit. Better listen to your mama, girl. Stop playing.
If you don't have a man, you ain't nothing.
Hit that like button for me, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to support the show. Hit the link in the chat. Catch me on Venmo at The Hoodservative. Appreciate y'all for watching. We are out of here, y'all. Have a good night. Peace, y'all.
Aspiring to be patriarchs like what white men have, that isn't freedom. That isn't going to help anybody. It's certainly not going to help Black people.
Good afternoon, boys and girls. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, not nice.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
You need to leave? No, bitch.
Okay.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.